Hi guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal. I was debating actually taking a shower, putting makeup on and looking pretty for this, but I felt like this was a better representation. I'm aging out of this community. I am not as relevant, and because it's moving in a different direction from what I'm used to, I'm nervous. And not having a lot of friends or support, like there's people on YouTube and on Twitter that hate my guts and spent all last week like bitching and complaining about what a terrible person I was.
I'm really not nice to them. And I try, but I can't. Guys, I can't. I'm a nice person, but I can't. They want to kill my kid, okay? So
we're gonna all sort of wait with bated breath to figure out what happens in court. So I'm not just on here throwing shade, y'all. But you just got out of court for something pretty serious, girl. You the last person to be throwing shade at somebody, girl.
which gets me to another point about her. Stop acting like a teenager and frickin' support your kid. And stop making this about you. Seriously.
That's so stupid. Like, I said this with Tati. Tati, like, wants you to believe that she has integrity and she's honest. Because apparently I really care about things and I don't have any grudge against her because I'm so nice. Gosh, you guys, let me read you all the text messages I've sent to her that show me how nice I am.
Send me a message. I'm always open to like anything that you guys find. A lot of my content that I write comes from you guys. So
let it go. At least I learned from my past mistakes. I was involved in a class action lawsuit probably 10 years ago. I'm not being dramatic, and I know I insert myself in drama. They were telling people that they had to have their entire front lawns dug out and they had to replace their entire sewer system, which is what happened to us. And so we ended up spending $7,000 for that, and that we did enter a class action lawsuit for that, and we won. But no attorney would enter a lawsuit where the losses are like $18. It just doesn't make sense. I have such a hard time trusting this woman because, like, she gives me so many shady vibes. Like, so many shady vibes. Like,
it's unfortunate. I don't know if she's just so indoctrinated and so brainwashed that this is just what she believes. I don't know if there's mental illness, but she doesn't sound like a rational, logical thinker, and she doesn't sound like a critical thinker. She sounds like the kind of person that buys into conspiracies, and she's wrapped her whole life around this. So
this is a pyramid scheme. And she was brainwashed into believing that this could make her $1 million. Because I feel like the kids buy into this shit. She was having me sell essential oils.
Like, if you're selling these essential oils and you don't want to be doing it anymore, just leave. And those women, they can just like go have their crazy cult and like smell weird together and rub it all over their vaginas and bump uglies in their yoga positions or whatever they do. Like, that's not friendship at all. She's acting like a 16-year-old brat that's not getting her way. Seriously. She's 40.
This is so stupid. I can't believe this is like really a thing. I felt so stupid. I had no idea. I was so blinded by like being mentally unwell, being irrelevant. When you unmask all of the things she said and all of the calls out she had to make and all of the defending she had to do, at the core of it is a woman who is insecure, that her time is up, that her brand isn't doing as well as it should be, that she's had a shitty couple years, and she's coming to YouTube to drum up sympathy because probably something is going on. I think the worst comment I got on my comments today, and I just want to address this and be done with it, but someone made the comment, and I think it's really super rude because you know nothing about me, but insinuating that I'm a bad mother because when my son interrupts me during a live stream, I look annoyed or I'm irritated. Mommy's streaming, okay? Things. Okay, first off, when my son comes in here at night, it's usually because we have a routine. And this implication that I'm somehow ignoring him and like not cuddling with him or not doing my job as a mother is actually super atrocious. If you knew anything about my life, you would know that my entire life revolves around my son. And every night before I get on stream, I give him a bath, I give him his medications, I do his feeding tube, I vent his stomach, I get him like all set up and situated, and then my husband is the one that puts him to bed. And it's not because I don't want to put him to bed, it's because that's my son's routine and that's who he wants to put him to bed. Because he's in this phase right now where he's just like really not into me. He's like all about daddy. All about daddy. Mommy, go away. Mommy, go away. And then he's like, Mommy, you're always working. And then he's like, Mommy, go away.
I'm 40. I'm not gonna have a fight with my kid about that. And I'm certainly not gonna put my dirty laundry with my kid online and post like links to articles that are essentially like shaming him.
Imagine doing a job.
He is autistic. He has a set schedule that we follow every day, and Mommy does not put him to bed. Sometimes when he wants to procrastinate and he doesn't want to go to bed right away, then he needs to come in here and remind me that I need a hug, or I need some water, or I need to do this, or you're talking too loud. And if I'm irritated, it's because I know he's procrastinating. It's not because I'm a shitty mom, all right? So I don't tolerate that kind of stuff. So
you can't say that you love your son in one breath and then say shitty things about him in the other breath. It doesn't work like that. And you shouldn't be doing that publicly, period. The only reason I'm talking about this is she's such an irritating mother.
Santa Claus doesn't exist, all right? But if anyone actually has to point themselves out to you that much, it means they're overcompensating, or they have to convince themselves, they're trying to convince themselves along with you that this is how they are. She might very well be nice, but there's really no point in while you're like pointing out other people's bad behavior, you have to reinforce your good behavior.
Like, I don't even care like how many kids you have, but if you become that detrimental to children and you become this detrimental to society, you literally should not be allowed to have any more children.
You're making yourself the martyr while you're victimizing someone else.
I have worked with a lot of different sources throughout the years. If you saw any of my coverage of James Charles and Tati Westbrook's drama, you will know that I had people from James Charles camp giving me information, which I don't ever release my sources' information.
So just using her platform to bring up a drama thing that happened with James Charles in September of 2018, which PS was already resolved according to both of them. See, I told you, look, I read her. Even after James Charles said that really mean thing, he called me this woman. How dare he call me this woman? She literally reminded me of my grandma when she said that. Like, how dare that kid call me this woman? Don't they know that I should respect me? You know, that's what it reminded me of. No attorney is going to take a lawsuit for $18. I mean, that doesn't even make financial sense because of what was going on with my son's health and having gone through such a large transition with like leaving work.
And she looks very, very rough. And despite her sobriety, has been known to drink alcohol, even though most people that are in recovery for addiction should abstain from nearly all substances. Completely addicted, that she's still not making the best decisions. She's had many altercations online. She got involved with Matt, for crying out loud, who, by the way, is a total dirtbag.
How tacky is that?
And her belief systems and conspiracies further reinforce the idea that she is not fit to be a parent. But I digress.
I trusted this person and I assumed that what she was telling me was real. And then I realized very quickly that it was all fake and it was all a scam.
Crazy cult essential oil moms, just stay away from them. I am not a scientist. I am only a writer. Literally, that's all. I'm just a columnist that covers this kind of stuff. And
she also hired me to help do social media for a woman who is literally in the top 1% at Rodan and Fields. She's written a book. People are obsessed with her. And I ran this woman's social media for 4 months. And she was horrible. I don't see true business people clapping back at criticism online and being like this unprofessional. If you have problems with someone, you don't air your dirty laundry out in the public. You just don't. No matter how shitty you think someone has treated you. She was rude, she was condescending, and she made millions of dollars every single month. She wrote a book telling people that you just have to work harder, you just have to work smarter, and you can have the same life that she did. Except behind closed doors, she knew that was all a lie.
Like, it wasn't yesterday or anything like that. This was like years ago.
She was selling a dream. She was trying to, by writing the book, go off to a legitimate job because she knew that Rodans and Fields was not legitimate. She knew that the people she was enrolling would never make the money that she did, but she wanted to take the cash that she earned by ripping other people off to start a new life with a new business. And we were supposed to help her launch the new business.
I'm getting a little bit more selective in who I'm adding to the super team. So if you're brand new to the page, don't feel offended if I don't add you right away.
It was disgusting. I was appalled. So I had access to so much of her stuff because of this, and I had communications and email exchanges, and it was horrible listening to the things she said to my friends and how she spoke about me running her social media.
And I haven't talked to this person since I left Doterra because of that nasty email, or that, no, actually it was a Facebook status. So it was like literally like this long of like how much Katie sucks and how stupid I am. So
if every single time somebody does something that you perceive as a slight and you have to go to your YouTube stands to defend yourself and then spend half the time reminding everyone that you are such a nice person. She was too busy to run her 10,000 page, her page on Facebook with 10,000 people. Seriously, 10,000.
If you're in my super team and I'm not sharing your content, it's not that I'm not seeing it. It's just, like I said, it's been a crazy couple days with so much traffic on my column and so many new followers that it's been kind of hard to manage all the messages coming in. And as this following has been growing, it's just been harder for me to get back to everybody timely. So.
She was too busy to answer fans, like to even say hi to people. So I had to like do smiley faces and say like, yay and hi. Every day I got massive emails about a horseshit job I was doing running her social media.
I'm a mom that has a sick kid, and so I'm very passionate about it because all of these issues affect my child. And someday we'll do an entire live about my son getting whooping cough, but I really don't want to talk about that today. But that's really why I'm passionate about this, because he did get whooping cough and it was horrible.
It got to a point where I quit the job because she was such a bitch.
I don't know if she really feels like she has to do this to defend her character, but if you guys listen to her talk, she keeps saying that everyone is making her look crazy. It's not that everyone's making her look crazy. It's literally like when she opens her mouth, she looks like she's really fallen down the rabbit hole, you guys. Like, it's not all there anymore.
She was ripping people off, and I didn't want anything to do with it. So, I feel like I'm becoming irrelevant. I've learned something in this world. I'm just gonna go on a tangent. Just because you're older than someone doesn't mean you're automatically gonna get their respect. Respect is earned. Respect is not given. And you can't just expect because someone's younger than you that they automatically respect you.
Know that if you do have information and you want me to share it, let me know. And I always will respect any sources that do come forward, and we can go on, off the record, anonymous, on the record with your name. Just saying. I really love to have more insight from people directly connected to the cases.
After a year away from doTERRA, after feeling horrible about what happened with my friend, I reported her to the FDA for selling me a product that was sold as a drug that hurt me. It's been a couple years. We've recouped that money, thank God. But as you can see, I have a box full, and this, like I said, I have a whole ton downstairs of essential oils that I'll never use and are so toxic, I can't even throw them away. And these stink so bad, you guys, I feel like I'm gonna vomit.